What up, duh? Hey, girl.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm laughing because this new setting and everything, and Jay was. I want to say T class. I'm about to get on 20 minutes. Get out of here! And I don't know if I was live and everybody could hear me saying all these things,
Mhm.
so I was laughing. I said they probably hear me telling him to get out of here. I'm going live. He's like, wait, hold up. I'm trying to talk to T class. Get out my computer.
The only time they can see you is when you're actually on screen. They can't hear you in the background.
Oh, so they can't hear me.
Only when you're on screen is the only
I was
time they can
cracking
hear you.
up, yeah. I was like, yo, up in the camera.
I
I'm
saw
talking to
him.
you.
I saw him at the bottom. I'm like, what is he doing? That's why I'm glad we did a 30-second intro.
Yeah,
I
that
was
mess
trying to
was
surprise
so
you.
funny. I was like, I like it. So I was like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You
I like.
already know. You like the background? Did everything for you too? Just for
Yes,
you?
I love it. I love it. You're such a professional.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's the Whitney's Escapes Wednesday podcast, starring your host, Whitney Lee, and your favorite co host, T Quest DLM. And what up?
What up? What up?
Listen, when you are. He's so stupid. When you're tuned in and you're watching live, make sure you show us the love in the comments. Even if you just say your name, that you're checking in, or where you're from, just let us know that you are rocking with us because we are here. It's 2021. We're in the building. Oh,
Dos uno.
hey, you already know. But they only us, mommy, y'all.
Never disappoint.
Ooh.
Never disappoint, T-Quest. You never disappoint.
Thank you. It's crazy because they're just like, what is T Quest on now? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, something's going on, but you are definitely extremely happy. I'm like, you know why? Because I choose to be.
Amen to that.
That's all it is. You know, it's a new year that came. It was just another day. The dates change, but all I said is, I choose to be happy. I choose to be excited. I choose to stay positive. I choose to smile every day, every moment, and do what I got to do. Nothing has changed in life.
Yes,
It's just the mentality of making that decision every day when you wake up. I choose to be
it's
happy.
true. It's a choice. That reminds me of a conversation I was having earlier with this young lady. And we were talking about that. I was like, the only thing you can control, she said, how can I be better? I said, the only way you can be better is controlling how you respond to anything. We can't control what happens in life. Only thing you can control is how you react to it, how you respond. If something like all the stuff that's going on crazy in this world,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing we can do about it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing we can physically do about it, but how we react and how we respond is going to affect our lives individually and at a whole. If you have children or family, them, not indirectly. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's all we can do. And that also reminded me of something I wanted to talk about today on the Witty Escapes Wednesday podcast. You see,
You're so cheesy.
Well, at least you accept me for who I am. Hey. Thank you for tuning in. But since it's 2021, I definitely want to start jump off talk about something that I think will help a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And the big thing I want to talk about to start the new year is
Mula, ducats, dinero, ching,
yeah,
ching, ching.
finances.
Cheese.
The reason I want to talk about finances is because every time I have a conversation, like in the last week or two, someone brought up their finances to me.
Did they what?
Brought up their finances to me, like, how can I get about how to do better? I'm like, it's New Year, people want tips, let's give them some tips.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm gonna talk. I said, because they were like, we talking to your show. I don't know, whatever comes to my mind at the time. Oh, you wink? I said, I just let my spirit lead and guide me. But then I was talking to multiple people about their money and finances today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about finances.
There you go. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang, bang, bang. And I'm gonna start. Don't be making faces at me. I'm
Mama,
gonna
baby.
talk about a personal story, and I was also talking about you early too, Quest. I was like, I love that we do this together because we have two separate perspectives. Even though we have the same parents, grew up in the same household, we live two separate lives, but both of our opinions and perspective are important and matter.
Absolutely.
And I want people to see that just because we're not the same person. but we respect each other's opinion and we piggyback on each other and come with multiple um, benefits for people.
Mhm.
So I was telling one of my personal testimonies. This is a real life story featuring me, Whitney Lee,
Mhm.
um, to show how important my great grandmother, I believe it's two greats, told my mother, is not how much money you make, is what you do with the money that you have, right?
Absolutely.
And I agree with that 100%. The reason I'm gonna use my life example. A few years ago, my husband he's still employed with the same company, which is a really good company. I had I was employed with the school bus. I worked for the school bus company. I drove the bus, and I worked for the hospital as a chef. And I worked 7 days a week.
Mm.
7 days. The only time I had a day off was if there was a holiday or the school closed down. And I didn't realize I was working 7 days a week. I was just in the swing of things. Mind you, at the time, I had a toddler and I had a newborn baby. Toddler and newborn. And I breastfed. So for
Mm.
parents out there who know, that's a 24-hour freaking job.
Hmm.
Pump, 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 pump. But we had 3 incomes. And I was making money. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, I was making good money. I had a savings because I just left the financial institution. I want to be with my kids. But we had 3 incomes coming in every week. 3.
Mm.
And at that time, because I was overly exhausted, as you can imagine, not realizing at the time, but I was, we were just spending money. Like, I knew I made enough money to get my bills paid. I knew I can do kind of whatever I wanted to do. So I did. Like, I didn't feel like cooking. Oh, go to Five Guys. Oh, no, go order pizza. I don't care what you want to eat. If I wasn't, oh, you want to go to you want to go on a trip? Go do you, boo. Do you. Just take it from the account. Just tell me how much you spend so I can keep. But one year, my husband was like, my mother told my husband, you need to watch your wife because she's exhausted. And if anything happens to her, the whole shebang is going to fall down. And what's she
Mhm.
going to do without her? And my husband's like, so you start paying close attention. Like, yo, what's up? It's really like, I've been so in and out doing, being a super person. Hey, um, so he was like, oh, I think you need to calm down. We need to stop all this stuff. I was, oh, I'm like, it's love. He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. If you want to take care of me, boo boo, you do you, boo. So we
Mhm.
decided that I was gonna leave both of my jobs and just work off of his income. We didn't know what we was doing, but trust God, trust faith, keep it moving. But that time, once I decided to drop everything, lean on my husband, it gave me time to use the tools I was using with everybody else when I was in the financial institution, which was get on a budget.
Mhm.
So during that time, I got us on a budget to make sure, we had food, rent paid, all those good things.
Yeah.
And doing that made my life so much better than it was when I was having 3 incomes. During
Mm.
a time off of one income, I was able to pay off debt. We ended up buying a house. My husband didn't think we were going to buy a house. He said, I was going to pay a house just off of my income, blah, blah, blah. Not realizing that his wife was doing all the back end, like I do now, all the finance, doing it. But it gave me time to sit down, think, and focus.
Yeah.
When you're running all the time, you're not really counting your pennies. And what made me really do this, besides just as me cutting down my job, is I heard a financial person. I don't know who it was, but they said
It was probably me.
it was on TV, so I
Yeah,
probably.
definitely.
They said if you can't count all your pennies, that means you're living above your means. Basically stating that if I can't tell you where the dollar came from my account, the $10, where it was going, I'm living above my means. And at the time, I couldn't tell you. I knew my stuff got paid.
Mhm.
I just couldn't say what I had to go look at my bank statement. Oh, I did. Oh, you went here this week? I had
Yeah.
to stop doing that. And when I started, I was like, yo, I must be living above. So I sat there and got on a real budget. Was it easy? No. It was hard. It still is hard because I had to figure out how I spend. I would learn 2 things. One, I was an emotional spender. 2, I love food. So the grocery store got all my money.
I
All my
remember
money.
I used to buy like the Star Crunch. No, you used to buy the spin wheels and then the white donuts and there's all type of snacks and everything. I remember. What?
What?
Don't. No way. No way. Don't wait. You're lying.
You know, those are my thing. But now I got healthier snacks. I really love these guys, just as they not paying me, but they are really good and healthy. But you know, I still get my spin wheels, and
Oh
I
my God.
cut back on the donuts because like I'm trying to lose some weight. Even though my husband was like, I could gain some more weight. We'll
She's
talk
definitely
about that
awesome.
later.
She's
I'm
definitely
not about her. Hey, she said. So,
she's
no, because I was telling her this earlier. She was somebody I was speaking to about this.
shout out to her.
So
Sway
yeah,
she
eating out and everything. I was speaking to her about this earlier, and that's what inspired me. Her and a couple other my girlfriends who called me after her. Either I was like, I'm busy. So it made me sit down and really focus on like my budget and stuff. Like, how was I spending? I tell people it takes time. Just like they said, plumbers who do plumbing all day have a leaky faucet because by the time you get home, you don't want to do what you've been doing all day.
most nail people, nails not done. People who do hair, depending on who you are, they either laid
You know what I'm
or
saying?
not laid. So
Exactly.
definitely.
So I made me get on a real budget. It took me a long time, guys. I'm not gonna front. It took a while. It wasn't overnight success. It takes a while, trial and error, figuring out you have to really learn how you spend, what are your triggers. And it made me realize too, I was going off of three incomes
Mm-hmm.
to one. And I live better off of my one income than I did the three income.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I got myself on a budget.
Mm-hmm.
A real budget, and my inflation happens like food goes up, everything goes up. But I'm to the point now, and I was speaking to her earlier, Sophie's like this better, that you have to, and it takes you a long time. It takes a full year to really get on a budget. A
Mm-hmm.
full 12 months. The reason I say that because you have to go through a full calendar year to see how you spend. For instance, every beginning of the year, I go through all my UI bills. I go through all my water bills. I go through my mortgage because I use my mortgage in April because that's usually when it changes with taxes and stuff. But I go through the gas bill, cable, everything. And what I do is I add them all together and then I divide it by 12. And whatever that number is what I put away towards that. So the reason I say do that is because no matter if it goes up or down, you will still have that money. Don't spend extra. Like if you have every month, you're gonna put $50 towards your water bill, and even if the 1 month is $35, you still put $50 towards the water bill. Not paying it, but in an account or somewhere separate. You know,
Absolutely.
because eventually, like in the summertime, my water bill goes up. Why? Because my kids want to do slip and slide, we watering the plants, stuff like that. But that money that's been sitting there covers the water bill now from $30 now it's $100, but I already had that money sitting there, so I was prepared. That's how
Absolutely.
we get on budget and stay on track. Because if you want to go on a vacation through Whitney escapes,
Yeah.
hashtag, you need to be on a
Oh,
budget. You need to see, okay, I'm a family of one, I'm a family of four, I'm a family of this. This is what I need my budgeting. Yes, even for your business, anything you're doing, you need to calculate what it is and get yourself on a real budget so you can predict the following year. So if you do get like increases in jobs or you get on another job, whatever the case may be, it will be beneficial to you. Because even like I told you guys before, I had my business that I started, but I got a part-time job so that my money, my business that costs money, everybody knows entrepreneurs, marketing, everything, even the platform we're on right now costs money. Anything you're doing for your business, your LLC costs money. Every year you have to pay for certain things. Everything costs us money. So you want to make sure you are continue flourishing without every 5 seconds. So I got a part-time job so that my money doesn't affect my business, doesn't affect the income that comes into my house, like my mortgage payments and stuff like that. So I started to get. I got a note because like even now nobody's traveling like that, so the income's not there. But I still have stuff that comes out every month. I still have to pay for my licenses every year. That still comes out. Even though I'm not making the income I was making at one point, I still want my business to flourish. So having these things in place has my mental like, okay, I need this every month. I have to have this taken out. But if you're already building towards it, you'll be more comfortable. And the reason I'm sharing these jewels with you guys because as our community, we have to change our mindset. We have to change how we spend money. We have to change how we save money and just be more realistic. And I know some people financial situation is tougher than others. I understand that. Some people income is not even always consistent. And I tell people all the time, what I tell my advice is take the lowest of the low, your bare minimum, and try to work off of that. And if you can't work off of that, that means you need to change profession or get another job for a little bit until you're able to get where you need to get to. Because as you can see, I work 2 jobs back to back to back. I was working 7 days a week. I got a part time. I'm not above working to be where I need to be. And that's why I tell people all the time, oh, how you do this? How you got da da da. I'm like, don't window shop my life. You don't know what goes on inside the store. I'm not above anybody, but I will work. I will bust my hand to get to where I need to get to. Because at the end of the day, I do have dependent children who have 2 mouths to feed, and I don't want to have all this stress, also on my husband because he does a lot. And I want to make sure, okay, he knows everything's good. We're still living our lives. So if anybody's out there who really want to have some good financial help, I'm willing to help you guys. Don't bombard me with some BS, but if you want some real juice to bring in 2021 right and off on a good start, don't knock yourself. It takes time, guys. It really takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. Do I fall off sometimes? Yes, I do, because like I said, I'm an emotional spinner, so it depends on my mood sometimes. But I learn not to go to the stores when I feel a certain type of way, or I use my blow money like cash. I start using more cash than cards because I could swipe. Stop swiping is what I have to tell myself. And I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? But that was before. Now it's easy for me. I could go to the store and don't buy nothing. I don't care if I want everything on there, but I had to discipline myself. And that did not happen overnight. It didn't take a month. It didn't take 2 months. Sometimes it took a whole year to pay one bill because I was being pet. It just, you have to really want it, and you have to really be disciplined. It is not easy, ladies. I'm not saying, oh, you can do this overnight. You can't. Everybody's situation is different. But just take the time to really take baby steps. Don't try to run. Small things. You know what? If you want to say, I want to just look at what's my debt. Or let me see how much money I bring in every month compared to my bills. Sometimes we don't realize we make more money than we realize we make. But because we're not properly spending it, or we're using so much like at McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts, or
crazy, because I wanted a chalupa today. You know what? I ain't even gonna buy it because I was about to get 2 of them things.
But it's true. If we don't budget it, it will add up so fast. Like, I didn't realize how much money I was wasting. Even at Barnes and Nobles. Y'all know I'm a reader. So what my sister T-Class blessed me for my birthday for a Kindle. So instead of going to Barnes and Noble, I have the unlimited Kindle read. I want to pay $10 a month, and I could read a lot of books unlimited, and then I have the local library. So I had to pull back. I was spending so much money on books. That was, oh my God, like you don't realize, but it does add up. Even with the unlimited Kindle, I still buy books, but I have a monthly budget that I only spend towards books that are not on unlimited Kindle. I'll buy, a certain amount of money on there. But I had to get to that place because I'm looking at my account like, yo, I thought I was supposed to have like $100 store. And I'm like, no, Whitney, you have nothing. So like, where's my money? Where's my, it adds up. So just even being more mindful. And it doesn't mean like you can't do that, because I have blow money. My husband has blow money. And blow money means you can do whatever you want with it. It's not like, but every week when I get paid, my account, I leave $20 in my account. So if you're trying to rob me, you're not going to get any money, because as soon as my money comes in, I take it right out. I move quick, fast, in a hurry, because all the money has a place. Savings, vacations, clothes, car. And I have people like, why do you have so many accounts? I said, because it helps me keep on track of everything. You can have 100 accounts, 100 savings accounts linked to stuff. Most of my money is in different savings. And when that bill comes out, I'll move it from the savings, put it to the checking. I just move my money like that because I don't ever want to be in a place where, I'm trying to survive. I want to be living and thriving. But it does take discipline. Like, you don't get to, in the beginning and stuff, you don't get to do whatever you want. Just keep on swiping, buying a new Michael Kors, buying this new. No, wait till they go on sale. That's why I'm a sale person. I like to buy stuff on sale. I was like, everything goes on sale. Everybody has coupons. So you just have to retrain your brain so that you can live your best life. Even vacation, every month I put money away for vacation, but it took us a while to do this. This did not happen overnight. This wasn't 1 year, 2 year. This was years of building, and we're still building, and we're still moving. Am I where I want to be? No. Am I getting closer to my goal? Yes. Does it take time? Yes. But you just have to be disciplined and understand that it can happen for anybody. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. I'm not back there. I am feet ahead. And we need to realize that as a people, because a lot of times we focus on what we don't have or where we aren't, but we never look at the process of where we are now. And I'm learning that. I like to stay like Questa, the mindset. Mm-hmm. I want to be present and realize all the stuff I have accomplished. Because I was so focused on what's happening next year, next week, next month, that I didn't even appreciate all the stuff I did to where I am now. So I want to encourage all you guys out there. I don't care if you haven't saved $1 and you start to save $1 every year now, congratulations. Because now you're closer to your goal. Everything is not about the dollar amount at the end. It is about getting closer to whatever goal you have to achieve. And everybody's goal is different because everybody has different places in their life. I had a bill, let me tell you, and it was like maybe not even $100. And I was just paying the minimum knowing I had $100 to pay at the end of the month. I didn't do it. I don't know why. I just was like, I'm not paying that. It was just ridiculous. When I could just knocked it out and I paid the interest, but it was my mindset. I had to change that. Like, why am I holding on to these things? Don't pay my minimum, and then I'm gonna knock the lowest thing off, called snowball effect. Thank you, Dave Ramsey. I'm giving him a shout out, even though he's not promoting me. But I don't do everything like him, but stuff that resonate with me, because I read a lot of financial books too. I let it benefit my life and how I can be better. And the only way this happened is almost like what they said, like a addict or whatever. You quit or you start when you feel like enough is enough, and you tired of being tired, and you really want change. So for everybody who's out there who's tired from being tired and really want change, this is for you guys. And like I said, if we can help you any type of way, you know how to contact me. It doesn't always be travel. And eventually he's like, I've never been on vacation. I want to go somewhere. Here we go. Most of my clients are on budgets. Most people, I like to tell them, my first goal for people before you call me, get a passport. Absolutely. Get a passport. Because so many people call me and they don't have a passport.
Absolutely.
But guys, I just want to give you some of that was a personal story, and Quest can vouch for that really happened in my life. I didn't go through all the details because I've been here a long time, but give you snippets of, like I said, it's not how much money you make, it's really what you do with it. I'm living better now off of one income than I was living off of 3, because I didn't have the time to sit there and focus and really see where my money was, see where I'm spending, what I'm doing, be conscious of it. And that will change things for you. And so I just want to encourage you guys to start this new year, baby steps. If you never saved anything, save $1. Whatever the case it may be.
I saved 10 today because I decided not to get the chalupas. And I just cooked what was in, I just heated up what I already had cooked.
And that's a problem. That's good. You know how hard that is sometimes? I'm a burger and fry person. Mm-hmm. And I've been wanting a burger for a long, I was like, you want a burger? And that's what I did. I actually made meatloaf today, but I took some of the ground beef and I put it aside because I'm like, I'm about to make me a bacon cheeseburger for tomorrow. It was already in my freaking mind. Mm-hmm. My husband's like, are you and these cheeseburgers?
Meatloaf is a burger, first of all.
It's not the same because it's different methods of cooking it. I love burgers.
Burger loaf, they call it meatloaf.
Instead of going somewhere, I'm going to make my own burger.
Absolutely. I was thinking about making a turkey burger too. I'm not saying it because I saw a promo for it, but it was definitely because of the promo. But do you have anything to drink right now?
No. Should I have something to drink?
I don't know. Normally you do. We usually do our brand toasting, but it is
I know. And I actually have 3 bottles on my other dresser that I just got with my logo on it, but I'm sitting over here. Maybe I'll get somebody.
You know what? How about we go on a commercial break and then you go get your bottle?
Oh, we have a commercial break? I'm so excited.
Do you work too much, constantly on the go, miss hanging out with friends, family, or even yourself? Do you ever feel like you need an escape? Whitney's Escapes is here to help with just that. We specialize in family travel, autism travel, group trips, vacations, staycations, and more. So when you're ready for your next escape, make sure you contact us at whitneysescapes.com. Follow us on social media at Whitney's Escapes as well. Whitney's Escapes, where your dreams become your reality.
That was amazing. Listen, guys, I told you, we ain't playing. We in these streets. We want to shout out to the #1 voiceover specialist, T-Quest GLM herself. If you did not know that voice, that was T-Quest. You saw how amazing that video was. Commercial break. Tell me about that life. That was excellent. Great job.
Cheers. Wait, cheers.
Oh, look, I got two of them. Blue or pink? Which one you like? Which one you like?
Pink one, for sure.
Okay, let's do the pink. I love the pink one too because it has a different top. All of them are different, but you see.
Now you gonna outstage me? It's okay. It's okay because I got my mug, I got my pillow and everything just like you. So why?
I do got my pillow, I got my mugs, I got my shirts. I'm gonna start rocking my own brand.
Thank you so much.
That was so nice. Yes, thank you, cuz you like that.
Absolutely. See, awesome tips. And the whole reason like she said, everything is about budgeting and planning and stuff. And I knew me personally going into 2021 that I wanted to expand my businesses. I want them to grow because people who are starting after me, they're soaring past me because, as technology changes, it moves faster. So new things is coming. If they jump on that bandwagon, that means they're automatically going to move past me. But I'm like, oh, whoa. Okay. So not living at the stone age, but to see what's going on, how to maneuver through it, learn it, and then so I can benefit too. So when it comes to me coming into 2021, I already knew that I was going to declutter my emails, all my files, everything I'm doing, plan it out so it looks better going forward, upgrade and revamp, not just in words in life, but in action too, just like the platform. We love using StreamYard. Of course, we can use Zoom and other platforms, but we like this one. The presentation is, very professional. But at the same time, we had a little duck in the corner. Like, no, let's have our logo, let's have our background, let's have commercials, let's elevate and increase. Because if we're up here as respected entrepreneurs, everything we do should reflect that. Not just what we say, but our presentation as well. And that's why we knew coming into 2021, we could do something a little different. This is a Whitney's Escape podcast. So, of course, I designed the background catered to her business because this is her platform. I'm just a co-host. I got my little thing in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
At the same time, it's all about being a clever business person. Notice I said this is her platform. I designed it, which means I do designs, and as you saw, we did a commercial for her business, but I promoted mine as well as the voiceover specialist. It's all about being there for one another and building together. That's why I said, like, I want to talk about that whole no, I really, that's gonna be a whole different show. But it's all about knowing who's in your life, knowing what they're doing, and how you can grow being connected to them. There's a difference from leeching off of them, taking advantage of them, and actually building
with them
together. Feeding off each other. Like when they say it takes a village to raise a child, that thing is real. Just like in business, yeah, you can do it all yourself, but it's nothing like having the people around you that can help build you up as well as help build your brand.
Stop leeching onto you.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of leeches that just suck. Like, yo, suck you dry to get dead. So you're absolutely correct in what you're saying, Quest. Say it again for the people in the back who might not didn't hear you.
What? I thought somebody in the back said.
Like you said, it's important to know who's in your corner. T-Quest she does multiple things for me. And I tell her all the time, I wouldn't be where I am without her because she supports me. I support her. She look at this beautiful StreamYard thing she did. I'm not computer savvy like that, so she takes the lead, even though I know sometimes she doesn't want to do it because what she has for me, she does it. And the commercial. She has a great voice. She can make any type of voice you want her to make. That's her lane. That's what she does. And she has clothes. So one episode when I get my clothes in the mail, it will be GLM Wednesday that day because we'll be rocking our GLM stuff. I have some of my old things, but I'm just excited to wear the new one that we ordered.
Absolutely.
So, but it's all about support and having the right people around you because, like she said before, you have to know who's there. Some people will come along in your life temporary or just to use and abuse you, take your knowledge. We're very thoughtful, helpful people, but we're not fools.
Absolutely.
And we don't want people thinking that it can take advantage of us either or our wisdom and knowledge. We don't mind helping anybody because that's what we're here to do on this earth, uplift, bless, and help one another. And I'm hoping that everyone who's listening decides to do the same thing. Even when it comes out to financing and budget, I did this for years. So I'm like, you know what? I've been talking to all my friends about this. Let me talk to my virtual friends because it's something that we need to do as a community as a whole, not just me. If I have some jewels of knowledge, why not share them?
Mm-hmm.
In any way? These is free stuff. People want to say, somebody's like, can you teach a class? How much will it cost? I'm like, I'm not going to cost you anything. You being better in your life financially is a gift within itself. Because then now you can use your Black dollars, because most of them are Black, and help other Black businesses. Yes, Ms. T. Quest yelling.
And at the same time, I'm happy to say that we are here to help everyone. As a business advisor, if you're asking for a class and she's offering to help you in general because she wants to see you be great, all you have to do is bless the Cash App. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm like, you know what? I know you didn't want any money, but I still want to thank you and I appreciate you. So here's a little something, go to dinner or buy you something really quickly. I just want to say thank you. So once again, they're offering, but it's okay to tip like you do your waiters and waitresses and massage therapists and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's a business and a lot of the stuff is time consuming. One thing I like what you said is earlier, our PR, the Duchess, she was like, she sees business courses in your future to teach finances and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just because she has a talent does not mean she has to turn it into a business. Sometimes it's just okay to just give people knowledge, But at the same time, even though it's okay for us to do that, it is definitely okay for you guys to send tips too.
I tell people all the time,
the balance.
I'm not above gifts. I love presents, monetary presents, edible presents. I love flowers. I love gifts. And that's why I tell people I don't have to charge you anything for you to want to bless me. Even sometimes I work with clients and they don't end up going on a trip, but I work with them for so long. They're like, I know you're not getting any commission for this. I'm going to send you something anyway. Without me asking them. Mm-hmm. That is a person of integrity. Mm-hmm. Because I know with me, when I deal with people and I don't do something, I still say, yo, even if we didn't do this, because you use your time and energy, I'm going to bless you off of strength. And that's what it's about. Just because we're not asking you to give me $1 or something like that, doesn't mean you can't bless me or gift me with something, a card, just to say a thank you or, stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, we do want to eat. Mm-hmm. But our goal is to build this community, build one another so that you can, and I'm saying if I'm teaching a financial class, obviously your finances are messed up. But once you get it together, that would be lovely if you say, Whitney, because you helped me to this thing, I can afford to give you a nice gift. You know what I would say? Mm-hmm. Thank you. So that's where I be trying to tell people, like, yeah, we give you free stuff, but if it's in your heart to bless us, maybe you can't bless us today, but you can tomorrow. We take gifts because I love presents.
Anytime. I can help you in January.
I love presents.
In March, I'm still going to say thank you.
Exactly. And share the knowledge. And also a gift is too. Somebody's I'm gonna go on vacation. You might have couldn't give me a gift. Oh, I know a great travel agent. That's a gift. A referral is a gift. If somebody say, you know what, I wish I had somebody who could do drops for me. Oh, I know someone who does drops. Mm-hmm. That's a gift.
Absolutely. I actually have that in my my email when I do send people their drops or business radio commercials. I'll be like, thank you so much for using my service, meaning I'm acknowledging you that you're using my service. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, please tell a friend, because referrals is everything. They said support is free. Just like Kashana, our cousin, she simply just shared this podcast in the family group chat. It didn't
Thank
cost her
you.
anything. All she did was click share, and that means a lot to us because you took the time out to do that. Little things like that mean something because you know what? You never know what can come from that. Someone
We
can be
have to have you on the show because she has a business too.
yes.
So definitely hit us up on let us know when you're available on a Wednesday, and we'll definitely have you on here so you can talk about your brand as well. Because at the end of the day, we just want to uplift people. Let us all grow because we all can eat. There's 100 McDonald's, there's 100 KFC, there's 100 books, and it's multiple platforms on here. It's multiple everything. We all can do well, eat well, and live this life together. All we just need to do is stop thinking about what I. If you have that mindset, you would never go anywhere in life.
Absolutely.
When I had my women's retreat, and that quest, and all the women's up there, I supported every woman that came to the retreat. Did I have to? No, but I always also believe lead by example. Lead by example. If I don't, I told them if I didn't do something, I support you. Let me know because I get busy. I have a lot going on, and we're all human. But don't hold anybody accountable for something if they haven't experienced it or you haven't reminded them or told them. Oh, you say, oh, I did. Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna look. But if I can't be woman enough or man enough, grown up to be like, I know I told you I was gonna do this, but something happened financially right now. I can do it, but I will think about you in the future. And then do that. Be a person of your word. We too old to be.
Oh my gosh, when I say it's so uncomfortable having like, hey, remember you said you blah blah blah. I just want to go update. Yeah, I got you.
Don't waste my time.
When and then it seems like you're harassing them, but technically you were the one who wanted my service. You were the one following up the trip. You were the one to want to interview. You were the one that want to write up. So why are you making it uncomfortable as if I'm harassing you when this is what you wanted? The moment that you feel like you don't, just be respectful and tell me. But we talk about this all the time because it happens all the time. But it's not changing. That's the part I don't understand is when so many of us are complaining about the same things, but yet we're still going through the same things, which means who are these people who are doing these things and how come they haven't changed? Because I'm pretty sure that
you said in the beginning of the show, Quest, you changed your what?
Mindset.
And these people haven't done what?
Changed their mindset.
And that's key. People don't realize your mind is very powerful. If you overthink stuff, your whole body will be tired, you'll be exhausted. You haven't even done anything, but your mind works so much that your whole body is just completely nothing more, nothing less. So it's true. I had a physical yesterday, and my doctor said, she's like, women, we have to shut down our brains and stuff so that we can get what we need. And the problem is people talk a lot, but they're not action. And I tell people all the time, especially my son, Mommy, what do I do for you to do to it? I'm like, your actions speak louder than words. Stop talking and show me. Show me. Like, what am I to me? Your song? I don't need diamonds. I don't need flowers. I just need trust, love. I need to see your actions. So don't expect people. And I tell people all the time, oh, you got it together. You did it. I said, I'm blessed because I bless people and God blesses me. That's the only difference. I'm not woohoo. I don't make $1 million. I don't do all this type of stuff. The pandemic happened. I thank God every day that I'm still living and not just surviving. And I honestly believe you reap what you sow. And then anybody knows me, I support people. I'm honest with people. And I bless people. And I honestly believe that's why I'm where I am today.
Absolutely. I get that. I remember I just happened to see somebody. I'm like, something in my heart is telling me I need to support you. So does my heart telling me I need to interview you. Just off GP. Next thing you know, their manager was talking to me and like, oh, thank you so much for that. They just blessed my cash out of nowhere. I didn't ask for anything, but I was like, thank you. Right. And then someone else, I'm just like, there's something about you. Like, I want to support what you're doing. And I supported it, not asking for a dime. And then all the connections to this person. There's so many big dogs in the industry. And I knew the moment when I said I wanted to interview them. You never really know.
You don't. Because most of the time when you do honestly get blessed people, it's from people who you don't expect it. And people don't always tell you who they are because they want to see who you are. Absolutely. What is your character? What do you have to bring to the table? Because they good. I tell people all the time. Just if you see me all my sweats and this and that, You don't know who I'm connected to. You don't know what I got going on. You don't know anything, how I could be a blessing to your life because you window shop. But if you just be your authentically self and show that you're genuine, you're just a nice person, you don't know how I or how you or whoever can bless somebody else's life. And that's why some people, you wonder why people where they are. Sometimes it just happened because they were diligent. Look at Tyler Perry. Now he's a freaking billionaire, slept in his car, was homeless. He put in the work. Steve Harvey, so many people who blew up, you're like, oh, I wonder how you get, they ain't even that funny. Da, da, da. But it's not even always about talent. It's about diligence. It's about sacrifice. It's about determination. Those are characteristics.
Absolutely.
Learn them.
Absolutely. And I definitely learned it. And I've helped a lot of people along the way. And now I'm at the point now more people want to be around and want to help me. And normally I'd be like, oh, you don't have to. Now I'm like, thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh, you should have. Appreciate you. Or it's about time. But I ain't go. No,
But
real.
you have to be open for that too. We have to be open to accept help.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, even in this business, you don't do travel, but you help me out in tremendous ways. You have me on different platforms, interview me, stuff like that. That has broadened my fame because now people know me and know the business. And I'm a private person, and you know that. You're trying to pull me like, come on, wait, you have so much to give. Come on, let's do this. And I have. And I have blessed people, and people have blessed me, not financially, but their spirit or their story or encouraged me to keep on going. And I tell people, just because you don't get financial gain today, you might get it tomorrow, or your kids might get it off of something that you did today. Everything doesn't have to be a financial gain. It could be just, a different platform or marketing that can eventually end up to money in your pocket, or education so you can, live in your best life. Everything is not money. And I tell people, if you stop looking at it like that, you might be happier and more successful in your life.
Absolutely. Because you just never know who's watching, who's lurking. Just like earlier today, someone hit me up. I was like, just please tell Whitney of Whitney's Escapes that her commercial is having rotation on my radio station. I was like, won't you come on the show and tell us out? But I'm like, it's okay. I'll definitely let her know. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, whoever that was. Thank you.
You don't know where you're going to lead. You don't know who's there, who's supporting you. Someone could take something and send it off. And that's something else I was telling somebody before. I was like, they were like, oh, you should be on this radio show, or you should be on this TV show. You should just. I'm like, instead of you keep telling me everything I need to be doing when you ain't even help me financially, which is that is what the fan supporter and consumers are supposed to do. But you ever thought about sending my shows to these people platforms that you think I should be on? You ever thought about sending the audio to my radio show? It's easy, accessible. You have the links. You can get it off of streaming platforms. You can get it off YouTube, Spotify, whatever. You ever thought about sending them this great content that you love for these platforms you feel I should be on? Why should I have to do it? You know, the people sending other people's stuff, just like with your stuff. I send it to different stations, the commercial, for them to put you in rotation. I put the stuff on social media. I'm not asking you to do it. If I believe in what you do, why am I waiting on you to do it if I can just do it myself?
Mm-hmm. And these things work because I had a client hit me up this weekend. You know how they found me? Instagram.
Oh.
I was like, I don't know who this person is, but I'm like, how did you hear about me? She was like, I saw you on Instagram. I said, thank you, Instagram, but thank you, T Class, because she does most of my friends for me. I've been getting better, guys. I've been getting better. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You know what? I
just saw it. You don't know who's gonna see you. And that's why I tell some people I don't always ask for financial gain or anything like that. I just say, if you hear somebody who wants to go on a trip, somebody who wants to do an event, hit your sister up. Like, hey. And I don't use people. I don't try to manipulate people. I don't try to get you out your money. I don't make the prices, but I will fight to get you your best experience, best customer service, because I don't tell Delta what they can charge. But I use multiple platforms, and I'm going to give you a great experience. And that's what I go about. And that's what people are like, why do you travel a lot? I said, because I don't want people going places I never been or haven't seen somebody, and I can't say, hey, I've been here. It was a great experience. This is what I got from it. Absolutely. Because I want you to have that same experience. People don't realize it was when I was in This was what grade my son's in. My son's in the 4th grade now.
Mm-hmm.
When he was in kindergarten, I was living in a different city, and I was a part of the governance council, right? And the governance council is for the whole state, is where I was the lead person. So the teachers, the principal, the superintendents, you meet with everybody every month about like education, budgeting, all this stuff. And what I found out, I found out so much through my kids' school. You guys have no idea. If you're not involved in like the PTA, governance council, whatever, be involved. There's so much information you don't know that's going on behind your back that's be going on, and you have power to change a lot of it with your voice and being present. You don't realize it, but any parents who's watching, if you're not involved, if you can, please get involved. They even have voting rights, everything. All the money that comes from fundraiser and the budget they get from the state, you can say what you want that money to go towards. But if you ain't there, you don't have a say. But back to my point, they were talking about how they know children between the African American community and the white community, the vocabulary, their etiquette, all these things they were judging like by 4 or 5 years old. They said you already kind of have like your pool of where you are supposed to go and the like IQ levels, all this stuff. And the Black community was so much lower than a white community because the white community was their kids were experiencing more things. Like they know like even simple food stuff, apricots and um pink cheddar, anything. They was just like the things they were aware, like where this came from. Traveling,
dates, figs,
yes, sauces and I was using some other words earlier, but it's not coming to me. But just simple conversation about things that they ate and like how you like the like you like your salmon and
asparagus.
No, and bagels and
yes.
different things like that. I'm getting a blank sometimes. But listen, just those little things you don't realize. When I did a school bus, I did drive in a white community. That was the place that they gave me. And those kids, kindergarten up, talk about their family vacation, going to Antigua, Spain, but little kids who are culture, their mindset was totally different because it was open. Not saying that, they're better, but they had more awareness of what was going around the world culturally because they were exposed to it young. So if you can't even take your kids to these places, but they have museums that are free. They have stuff on TV you can watch. You can say, you know what, guys, we're going to make something from Spain. Even in the library, they have cooking books for kids from all over the world. That you as a parent don't have to take them there, but say, hey, one day we'll go here. But like even with my kids, when we go to like certain islands and stuff, I used to make them read, and I still do now, read a book about that place and tell me why they want to go there. I had my son, because my daughter was a little younger, now she's older, she can start reading the book because I have books like that. And I'm like, well, if you want to go to where my son wants to say he wanted to go to Mexico. He never been to Mexico, but he read a book about Mexico, and Mexico is a beautiful place. It's huge. When I did the training for there, I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize. I just thought about Cancun, Riviera, but I didn't think about everything else on in Mexico. And he was like, well, I read blah blah blah. He gave a great speech about why he wanted to go there. So I said, you know what, we're gonna go to Mexico. We haven't went because of the freaking pandemic, but we're going. We are. There you go, class. But it was so profound just to have, after he read it. You want to go to Egypt now? It's so like I said, if you want to go somewhere, you got to get a book. I don't care if it's staying in Connecticut or the U.S. You got to tell me why you want to go there.
I want to go to the spa because my body is tense and I need my neck rub and my back rub and my.
I'm supposed to go tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. They had a special going on today, so I wanted to go. So I took it. But we have to just do that as a people. You can go a lot of places. Once a year, you can go on that trip. Y'all want to spend all this money on Christmas or Jordan or Michael Kors or Nike, whatever the case may be.
Oh, don't put the core in this. Don't do that.
No, I love them. But the thing is that everything goes on sale. Get on a real budget. Say, you know what, guys, this year we're going to go on a family trip. Long weekend, short weekend, no matter. Yes. It does, and it gets exciting. Even when we're like planning our vacations, they're involved. Like, what do you want to, we're going here. What do you want to do? Like, it gets them involved. Then they want to learn more. They want to see stuff that they read. And when they go places, my kids never will feel less than in the skin that they're in. No one can come and talk to them and make it feel like, well, I did this and I did that. My son said, well, I did the same thing. Blah, 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 blah.
Actually, we actually told a yacht. Chartered a yacht and went past the Pacific. Oh boy.
Sometimes I call them privileged kids because they are very privileged. Because mommy and daddy bust their behinds because it's something I always wanted to do. And when I had kids, I didn't want it to stop me. Is it harder? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Yes. It is so worth it. And people that kids don't remember. My kids remember. They remember. They might not remember exactly the place, but they remember things they have done. And now my baby girl, like she's been a couple of places now. She's getting older. Mommy, can I go back here? Well, I didn't go here yet. Like my baby girl never been to Jamaica, and my son did Jamaica and swim with the dolphins. So when we do a cruise, she's gonna do swimming with the dolphins. Like so, it's so many different things. I'm like, okay, how much is it gonna cost me? Let's calculate, so we can be prepared, so she can have that experience. But you want to make sure that when you do these things as a family, individually, even if you say, okay, let me go first by myself. There's nothing wrong with that because I believe in individual vacations. Like I believe in. Exactly. You teach them importance because I tell people all the time in our community, they always be like back in the day, and some parents still do this now. Like you hear and they be like, well, I worked hard and this and that, so you're gonna have to work your way up. Like some parents don't want their kids. I tell my kids, and wherever I stop is where you start. Why in the world would I bust my behind all these years for you to start at the bottom? That don't make no sense. And that's what other communities do. They leave their kids inheritance. They teach them stuff. They don't say, well, I bust my behind for 20-something years, 30, 40, 50. You're going to have to bust your behind. No, that's not smart parenting.
Whatever you should learn the hard way, too.
Exactly. No.
You learn the hard way.
Like supposed to go on you. Say it plus. Say it again for the people in the back.
You heard that? Oh. But... Remember, I never appreciated that mentality. I get it to a certain degree. Like I've been taking classes on like Photoshop and stuff, right? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna teach you the hard way. I said, what you say to me? I said, why would you teach me the hard way? If you could just teach me how to do it. But then he was like, no, I want to teach you the hard way. So in this case something happens, you know how to fix it because you learn each way and not just the quick way. I said, now that makes sense. But
and it's not the hard way, it's the proper way.
Pretty much, but then you have the other people like, no, if I had to go through all this, you won't have to go through all this. I'm like, why? That's the same thing of breaking generation. Well, I was abused, so you should be abused. No, you was abused. You didn't like it. So let's make sure the next generation don't have to go through it. Period.
Fact. And that's what we need to continue to do as a community, as a people. And that's what we're here for. This is Whitney Escapes Wednesdays. But our goal is to make sure that we look at things differently, help you look at things differently. We want to be always elevating and increasing. I don't ever want whoever comes up behind me, even my sister who's starting different businesses, if I know something, I'm going to tell them. I don't want you to start off at the bottom because it ain't always about me. Why do we always have to be in competition with each other? Why can't we both just eat? Greed is a sin. Stop being greedy. Just be happy you got a plate. And the key is to, I tell people all the time, whatever your reality is and whatever your vision for your life is, focus on that. Because my vision for my life is not always going to be the same as my sister's vision for her life. So I'm not looking at her pork chop or her chicken. Maybe I want the cheeseburger. So I'm like, why she got a chicken and pork chop? But I asked for the cheeseburger. So why are you over there in her plate? Worry about yourself. And as long as you got what you want or what you desire, amen. And that's what we need to focus on. So guys, if you haven't got anything else from us today, just know, focus on you. Focus on where you want to be, and any gems that we might be giving you, take that for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If it helps, great. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I try to give you the best that I know, but I'm coming from a genuine place so we all can grow, we all can learn, and we can all live our best life whatever way we see fit. Because me living my best life, Quest living her best life, it doesn't mirror each other. Because we have two different lives. We want two different things. Some things will be similar.
Like vacations.
Yes. And Quest, before we end our show today, please let the people know
Do you
how
work too much, constantly on the go, miss hanging out with friends, family, or even yourself? Do you ever feel like you need an escape? Winnie's Escapes is here to help with just that. We specialize in family travel, autism travel, group trips, vacations, staycations, and more. So when you're ready for your next escape, make sure you contact us at winniesescapes.com. Follow us on social media at Winnie's Escapes as well. Winnie's Escapes, where your dreams become your reality.
oh my God, do you see how you cut me off in the middle of my sentence and play the commercial? I said, what in the world?
I'm sorry.
Yo, that is so funny. If that wasn't my commercial, I'd have been really tight. But like I was saying, I want you to tell the people how you used to fight me every year about you didn't want to spend no money for vacation. And when you finally went on vacation, how that changed your whole perspective of vacationing.
Okay, so it's not that I would fight her. It's more the fact that when you are an entrepreneur, right, and you really trying to like get there, right? You go through so many highs and lows. You know, like even in the restaurant business, you see more red than you see green when you first start out. So that's how I
Mm-hmm.
felt like I was. I felt like even though it looked like to the outside people that I was soaring, in my mind, I felt like I was still in the red. So
Yeah.
if I feel that I'm in the red, I don't feel like I deserve a vacation right now. So I'm like, no, I'm good on that. If I'm going to spend money on a vacation, I could be putting that towards my business. That's just a mentality. It's not a bad mentality, but if I'm going to be the ultimate Libra diva, I got to make sure my life is balanced. I got to make sure it's balanced. And before she booked my vacation trip for my birthday, when I was like, okay, finally I'm going to go, we did a family cruise to Bermuda. Right? Okay. And I was just like, okay. And then I know we're gonna be on the sea. I'm not gonna be around my phones. I'm not on my phones playing games and talking to people and texting. Like I use it for business. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna be away for a week and I literally have no choice but to not be on my phone. And then when we got on the water, life just felt different. I didn't have nothing in my hands. I didn't hear nothing chipping, chirping, nothing. My mind and my heart was at peace that I literally just sat on the balcony and just watched the calming water. And it made me actually appreciate nature, and just like, I'm like, I'm not an animal person. I don't want to go to the zoo. I don't want to see no giraffe. I don't want to see none of that, right? But in that moment, I was like, you know what? Animals in nature is so innocent. They have to do what they got to do to survive just like us. When they see us, they ain't really want to hurt us. They're just scared 'cause we're in their habitat. They're just trying to survive. But I don't think about it like that. I'm thinking like this deer to hit my car again. Now I got to pay for this, that, and the third. By the end of the day, he was just trying to cross the street. This is his habitat that he felt that we're invading. But I don't think about that stuff. Why? Because my mind is always racing. Like living in the city, da, 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 da. So it's all over the place. And in that moment, it made me appreciate life. It made me appreciate vacationing. It made me appreciate escaping nature. And I got all that just to have the moment to breathe. And then the same thing happened when it came to my Jamaica trip. That she's like, Quest, where you going this year? I ain't going nowhere. Quest, you're going somewhere for your birthday. I was like, I don't even got a bay for my vacation. What you mean? Where? What you mean? Right? And then she ended up being my bay. But it was to the point right before it happened, I was like, I gotta go. Like I was so ready to get out the United States, so ready to get out the state. When I said I felt like I was about to explode, I had to escape. It was like my mental was at stake. My heart was at stake. My physical was at stake. And when we went, it was just so beautiful and peaceful. Of course, they should never told me about the whole Wi-Fi thing. So I wasn't supposed to be allowed that. But outside of all of that, just to breathe was amazing. Just to get on the water. After I found out I actually enjoy water, it was beautiful. In the pool, it was beautiful. It actually made me reconnect and bond with my sister, and now our relationship is stronger than ever because we took a week from me not being T Quest the entertainer and business person, not her being mommy, wife, go to Uber Eats, like it literally was just Whitney and Tara, blood sisters, away from reality for a week. And it made our relationship stronger. and it made us feel like us again. And that right there is so healthy for life. Period.
Period. And
Yeah.
that's why we started this podcast, because she had that experience. My husband had the same thing. His first trip out the country, I paid for. And he was like, I don't want to pay that much money to go. Ah. I was like, okay, I'm paying for it because we're going. And I did. And you can't sit his behind down no freaking way. He always trying to go somewhere. Thank you for tuning in. We love you too. Thank you so much. And he's always trying to go somewhere. But people don't realize, and I've told my husband, our problem is why my kids are getting on my nerve because we haven't been on vacation. You experience them. You really do experience each other when it's not the hustle and bustle. Nobody's pulling you here. And even on vacation, when you're a parent, you get to really just have fun with your kid because somebody else cooking, someone else cleaning. You're going to the beach, you're going to the pool, you're going to buy souvenirs, you're doing excursions. And it's just a really good time.
Absolutely.
And we don't always get to have that just bonding time, quiet time, just a whole bunch of fun. That's what you went there for. And you get to connect in a way that you don't normally get to do here. Like T-Quest said, it was just me and her. We had a phenomenal time. We had so much fun.
And let's be clear, people was hating on us because we had a blast, we balanced it, and still got plenty of rest every night.
We sure enough did. And I encourage other people. It's good for your mental. It makes you, refresh, rethink, rebalance, appreciate things. It makes you miss home, so you appreciate. I'm like, this is why I go to work every day. So I can afford to go on freaking vacation. Like, this is why this person got on my nerve last week, so I could come up out the country. It changes your perspective, but it makes you feel good. And then you're like, I want to go again. And I want to go again. And I want to go again and have new experiences. I want to tell people I could go to the same place multiple times with different people, with the same person, and have a whole different experience.
Absolutely.
This world, God didn't make this world for us to be sitting in a box. We need to explore it. We need to cherish ourselves enough that we can say, I want to see something else. I want to do something else. I deserve something else. And I deserve to have any experience my heart desires. So, guys, we hope that today you enjoyed our show. I want to say thank you to Miss T-Quest for this beautiful backdrop and the commercials. She's just amazing. And like she said, she does so many different services. Please download her mobile app. As you can see on display, actually, I don't have to do a commercial for her. You see her work. She's very professional. She has her stuff together, and she's willing to help. Yes, it costs money. She needs to eat too.
I'm hungry. Y'all, I'm hungry.
You want her chalupa, I don't know what it was.
I do want a chalupa, like for real.
Okay. But guys, just do stuff that's going to make you better, Always work on being better and increase it. Nobody's perfect because none of us are God. But we all have a vision for our own lives, and we all should take baby steps to get there. And that's all I'm trying to do. And it was put in my heart to share these things and Jews with you. And if you have any advice or suggestions for us, please share them. I want to know how I can be better and great every day, not just today, not just tomorrow. We all have struggles in different areas in our lives. But I definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in. And if you're not following me, please follow me on all your social media platforms at Whitney's Escapes. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Whitney's Escapes LLC. And if you're interested in any future trips, because the world is opening back up, guys, please email me. Go to my website, www.whitneysescapes.com. And everybody who's been doing that is right here on the screen. Thank you. People who will look at me on IG, who's been emailing me. I'm like, yes, 2021 is my year, boo-boo.
Well.
But sincerely, I just want to say thank you, everybody. And every week we will be sending you some great jewels. We want to have you laughing, but we want to educate you too. Because as a people, we want to be better. Our mindset is just to be better. We don't think we got it all together, but what we do know, we are willing to share. And we will have special guests so they can share their own testimonies and things that they're doing in their life. It might inspire you to say, okay, she's doing that. Maybe I can do that too, or take something from here, whatever the case may be. We just want us all to be better. And we want to say thank you. And T-Quest, please send us off.
Well, you guys know it's your girl T-Quest. And it's always an honor and a privilege to be here with the one and only Whitney Lee of Whitney's Escapes podcast each and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. You can find us on Facebook fan pages, YouTube. We're everywhere. We're global. We're here. Okay. But you can follow me on all social media platforms at TQuestGLM. Download your TQuest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store. And the Witness Case podcast. If you missed it or some of it and you don't know it go back, you can always catch it on the replay on Gotta Love Me radio station. Why? My new station, and the show will be up there each and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the recap, just in case you have missed some of it. And make sure you hit me up for all my services. You know, I do a lot of things from podcasting, radio personality, journalism, branding, marketing, mentor sessions, consultations, voiceover specialist. You know, I got a clothing line, I got a cosmetic line, I do designs and graphics and DJs and comedy and producing and all because it's lit.
And she got a new single out, y'all. She got a new single out.
You got a new single.
What up?
What up? Okay, let them know. Let them know.
This is the one and only T Quest and my new single, What Up? Produced by Inaria Pro Major Productions. It's streaming right now. You can stream it on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon, and more. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at TQuestGLM. Download your TQuest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store. And always remember, the Quest effect is real, baby.
Yeah. Let them know. She got her Whitney's Escapes, man. That's what I'm talking about. Support the brand.
Yes.
Love it. And then also, too, guys, if you haven't supported my book, I do have a children's book on Amazon Kindle, and it's called Jayon and Jade. So please check it out. Let me know what you think. I want this to do well because it is a series, but I'm not going to do the next book until I see how well this does, because it costs a lot to do graphic designs and have people do the characters and all those good things. But please support. Go get that new single. That single is hot, y'all. It's a different version of Quest, but she's very versatile, so you never know what you're going to get. But we want to thank you. And until next week, have a wonderful rest of your
Bye.
and enjoy the rest of your week, guys.